Hello, everyone, and welcome to Valley Homes on TV. You're watching us on Channel 26. I'm Debbie Giordano, your co-host, along with Todd Flesner.
Good afternoon.
And Todd's with Stern Mortgage, and we're here to interview one of the best hidden secrets in Milpitas.
Yeah, actually, I'm excited to be here. We're at the India Community Center. If folks don't recognize, the background here, as you walk in, there's the nice welcome on the wall here. But
they're located on Los Coches.
Correct.
I don't know what the exact addresses, but I know the gal can give us.
And let me introduce to our audience Tanuja Bahal, who's the executive director of the India Community Center. So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you, Debbie, and thank you, Todd. Thank you for having me on the show. And, glad to be part of the Milpitas community. We're at 525 Los Coches Street, so
Perfect.
we're close to the Kaiser and sort of behind the Bank of America. Those are two, I suppose, services that everybody uses in Milpitas.
And we'll have Elrin put up an email address, and maybe you have a website and
Yes.
some other things, contact information.
Absolutely.
When we're done. So let's begin.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What brought you here to this area? Maybe what brought you to the Indian Community Center?
Well, I started volunteering for the Indian Community Center about 9 years ago. I was in between jobs in the Valley, and the last startup I was with had gone bust, and so I met one of the founders at another fundraiser, and he said, hey, volunteer for us. And I said, oh, okay. And then one thing led to another, and I was working part-time, and then part-time became full-time. And then here
Sounds
I
like a
am.
labor of love.
It is. It definitely is a passion and a labor of love. And it's good to be part of this community.
Well, terrific. Well, tell us a little bit about your role as you're the executive director here. So what all does that entail on a daily basis?
I guess it entails most things, making sure that the roof doesn't leak and stays up, and as well as members feel like they're welcome and they get the services that they need, and that we can connect with the local community and provide the services that it needs to.
Well, let me ask you, is Indian Community Center an independent operation, or are you part of a larger organization? And do you have other locations, other nonprofits?
No. So we are an independent nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3. This is our own facility, and we also lease space in Cupertino for a senior program, and also a couple of other places for kids programs in the summer and for classes.
Okay. So you're a nonprofit membership-based organization.
Correct.
Okay, terrific. So what does membership entail? If you're a member of the ICC, what does that membership entitle you to?
Well, primarily the membership is sort of comprises of our fitness center and our senior program. And the fitness center, we have a 12,000 square foot fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment. I know Debbie works out here, so she can attest to that. With 35 group exercise classes a week included, from yoga to body pump to spinning to Bollywood aerobics to belly dancing. Were you there for belly dancing?
I was. I didn't have the garb, but
I missed it.
yeah, no, you didn't miss anything. Maybe things are really going to. I've never been embarrassed yet on this show, but you finally did it to me.
I gotcha.
I've been waiting for that for 3 years.
I'm glad I was able to help. Okay. So that is membership. But a lot of our other, events and things that we do, this space here, which with our cafe, is open to anybody. You don't even have to be a member.
Okay.
So, a lot of our activities that we have are either membership-based, fee-based if you were part of our preschool, or membership-based would be our fitness.
Good.
Okay. Now, I notice on, Sundays, there's a farmer's market that's
Correct.
out here. What's that all about?
Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but in Milpitas, before the Safeway came up, we used to have the farmer's market there. And then that whole complex went through this change, and then the farmer's market didn't have a home. So we offered to house them in our parking lot.
Nice.
So the farmer's market is in our parking lot every Sunday.
And that's a nice draw for clients to come and see your area too.
It is.
Okay, so we talked about events. Let's go back a minute. You said childcare facility.
So we have a preschool on site. We just got licensed for that last year, so started in September, and that's its own dedicated
What would
little
the
corner.
ages be?
2 to 5.
Okay,
2 to 5.
So anyone from the public could go
Oh,
ahead and-
anybody. Our center is open to everybody, not just people of Indian origin. We have a we have a whole bunch of free community services. We have a free medical clinic twice a week, open to anybody who doesn't have insurance. We have a free legal clinic twice a month on Sundays. Again, we have lawyers here. Anybody can walk in and get a consult. We have a free career resource center, and in tax clinic, we even have free tax services.
Terrific. Well, you guys are busy.
We are. So anybody in the community is welcome, and please come in, check us out.
Terrific. So we talked about the facilities and the exercise programs and those sort of things. What about youth programs? What do you have for children and for families?
So starting from really young, we have, as Debbie mentioned, we do have the preschool, but we have play care. So if you were working out here and on site, you can leave your kids in our little play care room for an hour and a half in the morning or in the evening. And then we have a camp program starting for kids 2 to 5, and 5 and up. And that's in the summer. And then we have a whole bunch of dance classes and music classes through the year. About a mile and a half away, we have our table tennis facility, which is dedicated to table tennis, and that is also for kids of all ages. I don't know if you all are aware, but Milpitas produced 3 Olympians last year.
We read about
and
that.
that was from the ICC Table Tennis
Nice.
Center.
Oh, terrific. You guys have got to be proud of that.
Yes, we are. And so in the summer we have that for kids, and then we also have a teen program where we have teens come in as summer camp counselors. They can volunteer for us through the year as well, and we have a teen leadership program as well.
Well, let me ask you some. I don't know if you have another question on.
I was just going to follow up on the camping program. So those day camps or away camps, what type of?
Day camps.
Day camps. Okay,
So from about 8 to about 6 in the evening.
Okay, good.
You know, Milpitas is a very ethnically diverse community, and that's one of the draws, and that's the benefit of being in our community. So, how has the ICC enabled your Indian community? What's been the positive elements for your culture?
So I think, it is, while it is a space, a comfort zone to explore your culture, I think the really nice thing is also sharing that culture with other with other ethnicities, right? And being in Milpitas, and as you said, it's very diverse, we have an opportunity to share some of the things we do with other cultures. When you come in to work out here, sure, it's a workout class like anything else, but when you walk through, you might hear another language, you might smell some interesting food, it's all part of that sense of retaining your identity while also, being part of a larger community.
Nice, good answer.
Terrific. So now, what is it that you find to be the best thing about being the executive director, being a part of the Indian Community Center here in Milpitas?
Just meeting all the people and really getting a sense of, a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment that, when I see the seniors, and some of them have left their homes at really late ages in life, and for them to readjust here, we help them with that. When I see young moms trying to figure out, how to bring up a 2-year-old, and we can help with that, and they don't have their moms or their grandmas here. So it's things like that that really, you feel good about.
And challenges?
Challenges. It's a nonprofit. We're always resource strapped. It's always hard to keep it going. And in this economy, fundraising is very hard. So those are some of the challenges. Like any other nonprofit, we're no different.
What about the future? What do you hope for in terms of the future here? Do you have plans for other facilities or growth or other programs? What are your really big dreams about ICC?
So a few things. We would like to expand, somewhat into other areas as well, because we do think that would be good, because the population is growing and taking our programs to other parts of the Bay Area. So that's definitely one of them. Trying to expand our yoga program is another thing. Yoga comes from India.
It's so popular.
Right.
Now.
It is popular.
Nice
right. And, being the India Community Center, we feel that's something that we should really,
that I agree on. That would
right.
be great.
We have some classes, but really sort of, get into that space. And then, other things, maybe, other things with kids. Youth is always a great space to explore things. So maybe some more with youth.
Okay, terrific.
Well, listen, we want to thank you very, very much. It's Tanuja?
Yes, it is.
For being our guest on Valley Homes on TV.
Well, thank
and
you.
as a thank you, you're welcome to wear this around your center.
Oh,
or
Wow.
on the golf course or anything. There's
Oh,
a t-shirt,
wonderful.
and
Thank you.
It's got our logo, Valley Homes
Great.
on TV for it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'll have
Thank
a
you,
CD
Debbie.
of the show, and you'll be able
Perfect.
to play that here if you want.
Okay, wonderful.
Terrific.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much. Thank you, Debbie. And you've got to come and join the belly dancing class.
Is it good?
That's going to get people. Well, I don't know if you're going to attract many new members with that offer, but we really do appreciate just sharing more about what you're doing in the community. You're really a real asset to our Milpitas community. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And we love being in Milpitas. So
Great.
thank you so much.
Through the years, trends and styles may come and go, but the important things remain the same. Generation after generation, consistently there, creating moments and memories to last a lifetime. Like a true friend, the national parks have always been there for you, and now you can be there for them. Support the National Park Foundation and help protect America's treasured places.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Valley Homes on TV. This is Debbie Giordano along with Todd Flesner, and we're here to give you kind of a bird's eye view of what the market wrap-up looks like for the month of January 2013.
It's been an interesting time in the real estate market here locally, hasn't it?
It has. Well, Happy New Year, first of all, if I didn't say that. But we've been in the news. The strong year for job growth. How, that's just that was last week's San Jose Mercury News. So tell me, how does that factor into what's going on with loans and interest rates and the stability of the market right now?
Well, Silicon Valley, we're really leading the country out of the slowdown, the economic slowdown. And jobs is an important piece of that because, when people have the confidence that their job is going to be there, when we see job growth and new jobs coming in, it makes that step of buying a new home and taking on that responsibility of a mortgage that much easier. And so it really is, I think, added to the demand that's out there currently for people who want to get into housing, either buying their first home or a move-up home. So I think you're probably seeing that in terms of the foot traffic in open houses.
We talked about that, the deal that 2 weeks ago in the open house, townhouse in Milpitas, had 60-plus groups in just on one day. So
and that's way up from what it has been.
Right.
So I think that jobs growth piece of it really is part of that, the whole picture that we see in terms of people feeling much better about the housing market.
Do you want me to talk about the housing market now, and then
please let's.
San Jose Mercury also on what's the date of this article? Thursday, January 17th. Housing prices surge in Bay Area. I mean, it's just all over the news, and that is so true. So I'll give you some real quick statistics. In November of 2011, we had an average home price in Milpitas of $493,000, a median price of $458,000, and that rose, believe it or not, November 2012, average price home $650,000.
My goodness.
And median price $620,000. I mean, I knew it was about $100,000. I didn't know it was that huge. The condominium market, we're seeing the same. The $309,000 for an average price in 2011 of November, and $283,000 for a median price, and that's now at $325,000 for an average price and $351,000 for a median price.
Okay. And those are November numbers, so that tends to be kind of the end of the selling season, if you will.
Yeah, I would say, I'll be able to report out next month, and it'll be interesting to see what December and January is going to hold for us.
Right. So now, is it true that kind of in terms of the season for selling homes, there's a little bit of a break over the holidays, and then once Super Bowl hits,
Yes.
that's when we start back running again in terms of seeing more homes on the market.
And Todd, the other reason why we're seeing such a dramatic price increase is inventory is so low right now. So it is a seller's market. they're able to command their price, and they're able to get financing. So.
Well, and I heard earlier this week something like only 400 or something like that single-family homes in all of Santa Clara Valley
That might be
on the market.
Yeah, in Milpitas, we're down to like 36 listings, I think,
So-
pending listings at this time, which is about a third of the total inventory. It should be about this time of year.
And so that means increased competition for folks who are trying to get into the market.
Yes. Before we drop the ball over to you to talk about interest rates, I want to tell you, Milpitas made the news. In San Jose Mercury News, they talked about the Milpitas neighborhood market and what a great place it is to live, work, and play. And it talks about population. The median household income is $85,000 in our city. Rental prices, median age is 36 years of age for age. Median household size 3.72. We have 25 plus parks, and they literally talk about Milpitas being a hidden secret here.
Oh,
so it's
terrific.
right here in the San Jose
Well,
Mercury.
so if folks miss that in the Merc, I'm sure that they could email you and you'd be happy to send them a copy of that.
That article, absolutely.
Terrific, because I think that's good information for folks who are thinking about making Milpitas their home.
Right. Well, let's talk about financing.
Well, the interest rate market continues to be super low. We're at or near record lows in terms of interest rates. So that is fabulous. It makes homes affordable. Refinancing activity is very, very brisk these days. There's been a bit of news, or you'll be hearing news about something called a QM, which is a qualified mortgage, which is a part of some of the mortgage reform work that's been going on and legislation passed under the Dodd-Frank Act. Dodd-Frank created something called the CFPB, the Consumer Finance Protection Board. And so their role is really to look out for the best interest of consumers as it comes to financing. And so the qualified mortgage is a part of that. And so loans now need to meet some certain sort of requirements. So you're not going to see things like neg-am loans or interest-only loans readily available any longer. So we're gonna.
I think that's a good thing.
It is. Those neg-am loans are some of the ones that really got folks into trouble. They weren't really well understood by people. Those are the ones with the low teaser rates, and behind the scenes had a higher interest rate. And
A lot of folks lost their homes.
They did. They were very costly. So those you won't see those any longer.
Okay.
The other thing with qualified mortgage, they make sure that you have the ability to repay. So you must be able to demonstrate the ability to repay. So that does away with things like the stated income loans, again, which were a problem in the mortgage implosion. So those couple of features are important there. The other thing that's going to happen though with a qualified mortgage is the debt to income ratio is being pulled back a little bit to 43%. We've been at 45.
Okay.
And so it's so the requirements for financing are going to get a little bit tighter.
Are you finding it harder for your clients, or are they still able to?
Well, it's on the horizon, that qualified mortgage, so it's just around the corner here. So, it might be a good time, if folks are thinking about refinancing and things are a little bit tight for them, it might be a good time to check into that before some of those guidelines really are imposed on us.
And again, if the folks have questions, I'm sure that they can email you. And
Absolutely, yeah. New email address is T Flesner. So that's my first initial T and FLESNER at gmwest.com.
Okay. And then any questions here about? Are you done with that issue?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about the show or this information on the Milpitas area? You can email me at Giordano DJ. That's GIORDANO DJ at AOL.com.
Terrific, and good to see everybody here on the show again. And please let us know. Give us your feedback. If you have any places you'd like us to visit, we'd love to hear about that too.
Yeah, great. Thanks for watching Valley Homes on TV.